Oh yeah, now my people, it's your guy, the Niger Englishman, and we are back here on One Touch TV for another episode of Three Touches. And you know, when it comes to Three Touches, I know they do this one on my own. Oh, I got to call in some favors for my fellow Arsenal fans to come and join me to discuss all things Arsenal. Just to let you know, the three things we're going to be touching on today, we're going to touch on Tavares, who we're going to sign next, and also the Emirates Cup. I knew that would get you going, Aussie. I love it. And that's why we're going to introduce you first. Big up Aussie Gooner from the football capital in the building. Our second stream this week, me and Aussie. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing pretty good until you told me you were going to be touching off on fucking Tavares. There's going to be another scandal in North London. What the fuck, bro? This is
Scandal. We
shit.
love a scandal,
It's like
bro.
it's like we got to get a tune out of Tavares, so we touch him. Big up, boys. Big up.
Try to keep it PC today, Aussie. As PC as you can keep it. All right, bro. Big up everyone in the panel, man. First, also back by popular demand, I got my guy from the Armoury TV, Mr. Canners. How you doing, bro?
Blessed, brother, man. Blessed. Living life, man. It's good to be on here. Thank you very much for the call up again. I tell you what, not as regular as Aussie, but I'm looking for that to cement that first 11. You know what I mean? That position, man. I'm looking to cement it.
But you're just a busy guy, bro. Let's be honest, man. Like catching you is like it's by chance.
It's the inconsistencies that are killing him. It's the inconsistencies. You see, if you could do us a 7 out of 10 every time, it'd be good. But this 7 and in 3, 7 and in 3, bro, it ain't good for me.
And just so you know how busy he is, he's actually gonna dip out before the show ends. So just so you know, he's doing man a favor. He's doing man a favor.
No, he's only in. He's only in for 60 minutes. He's only in for 60 minutes. This bloke, bro. Oh yeah, Mr. Ozil vibes. Oh yeah.
I'm coming back from a hamstring injury.
It's all right. It's all right. You'll run it off in the gameplay today, man. Don't worry. You'll run it off today. Big up, though. Thanks for coming back. And also, my guy, my brother, One Touch TV family. You got man like Akpos in the building. How you doing, bro?
Well, for me, I'm good. I'm good. Good to be again on One Touch TV. It's always fun to come on here. One Touch TV is family for me, so I feel excited to be lined up with the star-studded personality which we have on the panel today. So it's going to be an interesting one. So let's go.
For sure. Guys, I don't know about you, but do you get the impression that Akpos is a bit of a ladies' man? Like, look at that deep Barry White.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't want to say it, but comment section, let us know, man. Like, hey, ladies in the comment section, if you're there, let us know, bro. Let us know. So, but don't forget to smash the like button, comment, subscribe, share the stream, and get your comments in. So, guys, first of all, the most recent thing to talk about is what Tavares has gone to Marseille on loan. First of all, I'll ask Ryan, do you think that's a good move? Do you think we should have cut our losses and just got the money in now? Or are you positive that it's good for all parties, this move? We'll start with you, Aussie.
To be honest, I was happy to cut with our losses. To see a guy of his age who can't defend playing in the Premier League and he's going to learn to defend when he goes to France. I'm sorry, man, I haven't got time for that. If you can't fulfill your role as a back in the Premier League after playing a whole season pretty much in the Premier League. I'm not saying you played every single game and you still can't defend. I'm sorry, bro. It's not like he's going to go and do 3 years in France and come back a good defender. I'm sorry, bro. We should have cut our losses, man. You should have been gone, bro.
Wow.
He's got to go, man. Look, come on, bro. It's like you get a striker and it's like he can't score. I'll give him 5 years in the French league. Maybe he'll come back decent. Man, see you later. I want to play it today, bro.
Wow, is that how you're going on? Like, do you agree with Aussie, or are you?
I have to say, I have to for once, man, respectively disagree, man. Let me give you a prime example, man. Andy Cole. I remember we had him. And he knew he was ready and whatever. But anyway, George Graham was like, nah, you're not ready. You're not ahead of Kevin Campbell and those guys there. You know what? He knew there was a player in there, but he wanted to leave. He left, and the rest is history. With Tavares, I believe that there is a player in there, man. I do. Okay, he just needs fine-tuning. He is a bit of a loose cannon, a wild one. If he can kind of temper his game, play and learn the trade, he hasn't got time to learn with us. And I think that's the thing. And I think with Arteta's thinking is that there is a player in there. I haven't got time to kind of sit there, you know, and micromanage him. I need results this season. And I think with Tavares going out on loan is pretty much an indicator really of how much is on the line for Arteta, in the sense that he needs players for now. He can't be kind of gambling. He knows that Tavares isn't ready for the Premiership in terms of, you know, positional play. I remember against Palace, he got it was horrible. You know, the way he got picked, you know, his positional sense and stuff. And it happened a couple of times. He's a loose cannon. Learn your trade. You know, get confidence. Come back next season, pre-season, smash it. Listen, add competition again. But now we haven't got time for passengers, man. We need that treadmill's running, and we need to be running.
All right. Big up Gunner King in the comment section, my guy. Big up Football Capital. We had a nice, interesting chat on Instagram today. I'm definitely going to invite Football Capital. Let me know what your schedule's like next week. We're looking to do a Premier League preview to see if we can squeeze you in there and answer to your sins. But Akpos, let's move away whether you think it was a good for both parties. Let's talk specifically about the fact that he's gone on loan to Marseille. Do you think that was the right club for him to go on loan to?
Yeah, I think looking at what has happened in the last couple of days, we all heard it was close to joining Atalanta in the Italian Serie A. That would have been a very good one for me with respect to how they play. Atalanta is a side that play attacking football. We could see that they want to express themselves with the way Atalanta play. I watched the Italian league, so I've seen them play. I know how they play with their fullbacks and all of that. So, but the fact that Atlanta wanted a buyout, a buy clause in that deal was a deal breaker for them, because I think we are beginning to learn from some of the mistakes we've made in the last couple of years when it comes to transfer, especially the Guendouzi situation. For me, I think we made a big mistake to put a buy clause in that deal, because looking at how Guendouzi performed in the Marseille team, I think if we had not put a buyout clause in that deal, we could have been getting so much more money compared to how much he is going for Marseille. So looking at that, I think we played a smart one on them. They backed out. Olympic Marseille came in. And I want to agree with what Kana said. Looking at Tavares last season, he showed us a glimpse of what he can do. I believe there is a player in there. We don't have the finished article yet, but looking at his age, I think like he's at the age where he can still develop. The older he gets, the better he gets with terms of experience and all of that. He has shown us that he's brilliant going forward, but his defensive side, I think that can be coached. And looking at Marcel and how they have this history of improving younger players, I think it's a good one for us. And I'm so happy that we did not tie that deal with a buy option in it, because we've seen it happen to us time over time. Even looking at the defender who went to Stuttgart, I've forgotten his name. He went for a cheap also. Mavropanos also. That was another one also. Looking at how much he went for. And it was one of their best players. So he could have gone for way more. So I agree with the fact that in terms of the players' development, good one for us. And in terms of playing streetwise in this transfer window, we are beginning to learn from our mistakes. So I think that was a good one.
We're learning. We're learning as a club.
So you guys are saying at 22 years old, this guy can't defend. Fair enough.
22 years old, Henry couldn't finish.
No. I'm not talking Henry. Henry was a wing. I'm saying 22 years old. I'm not asking him to score 10 goals. I'm not asking. I'm saying 22 years old. You are a defender, a left back. For some reason, you find yourself rolling into the number 10 position constantly, and that's okay. Come on, dude. Come on, dude.
I think this is great for him, right? For the fact that he can learn and he will learn his positional sense in France, and also, listen, he's going to be playing Champions League football. That's huge, for his development. That is huge.
Good. I mean, it's good for any team that's going to be playing Marseille.
No, but wait, let's be fair. I think Aussie has a massive point. Let's be honest. He definitely has a point. In terms of like what he's saying about his level of defending at
Going
22.
forward.
I hear it. And that's why I'm a little bit upset that he's gone to Marseille rather than Atalanta, because obviously Serie A as a league, defensively, it'll be a better fit for him.
Yeah.
The style they play as well, it would have been better. Like, I'm happy he's gone on loan, but I just think the team that they chose might be wrong. But just like you guys have been saying, and Canners and Akpos, I believe there's definitely a player in him for sure. He's super, super raw. But you can't tell me that there's with minutes and in a team where he can afford to play the next game after he makes a mistake, not like at Arsenal, then he can definitely flourish. I'm glad that he'll be making the mistakes in France rather than in England. But I sincerely, I agree with you both. We made the mistake with Mavropanos. We made the mistake with Guendouzi not putting some sort of buyback clause in or protecting ourselves in that situation. And I believe we protected ourselves the right way.
Yeah, Guendouzi is a £30 million player now.
Yeah, Guendouzi was
exactly,
a fucker.
right?
And
that was you can say that was personal.
Look at how cheap it went to for Marcel. That was a big loss for me.
Before we go into some of the comments, making his One Touch TV debut, I do believe. We got man in the background. He's coming here to shake up the whole panel. Aussie knows him well. We got man like Prince.
Jacob, who's this bloke? No. Who's this bloke? Who's this bloke? Who's this bloke? Who's this bloke you brought on? Where'd you find this bloke? Where'd you find this bloke? Where was he? Where'd you find him? What, some cave? Where'd you find him, bruh?
I'm ready to come to Australia to get the Western Indians their land back. That's who this bloke is.
You want to come to Australia? You want me to greet you at the airport? See how that works for you, eh?
Oh, my Western Indian brothers, I'm coming. What's happening?
Big up, man. Welcome to the show, bro. Thanks for coming through.
Nice one for having me. Blessed, brother. I've been listening to you all in the background. Let me tell you all one thing. Guendouzi is dead. Continue, bro.
Wow. Well, Wonder King had this to say about the Guendouzi thing. We loaned out Guendouzi with a fee agreed. It was too low, and he's done well. You can't blame the club to just want to loan him out for now. So basically, he's agreeing with the club loaning out Tavares and not putting that option to buy. Go on,
if you can't get a decent sale, then you're gonna have to give him some minutes, right? If we can't get someone to come in and buy him, then it's either let's get him some minutes. We're not going to give him minutes here. Of course, I agree with that. But your other comment about our left backs are told to go forward. Yeah, but there's one more thing they're also told, Gunner King. They're supposed to defend. Don't forget that because you're a left back. I'm telling you to go forward, but when I tell you to go forward, track back. We all know what it is to play in those positions. I've played number 2. You go forward, and your first idea is track back.
For sure, but look, Aussie.
He doesn't do that, bro. He dilly dallies on the way back, bro, or he stays up too far, or ends up in the middle of the park. So
yeah, but you know what? Go on, lad. But you know what? They're missing. Everyone's missing a point. You're all making out like the guy's 50. He's a young kid. Let him learn his trade.
He's 22. He's 22, and he still hasn't learned to defend.
No.
He's still got time.
So you say he can defend.
It's high levels of football. It's like put it like this, all right? Give him a season out in France, then get the experience beyond him, and then let's see what happens. Because this is the reason why Mikel Arteta did not throw Saliba in the deep end. It's because he will let him go out there, learn his trade. Saliba made mistakes. Don't get it wrong, because let me tell you something about Arsenal fans. He made mistakes. He made a mistake in the Conference League in the semi-final. He makes mistakes. But he went out there, learned the trade. And now when he comes back into Arsenal, look how good he is.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but now let me tell you something. Tavares, no, wait one second, bro. Wait 1 second. Tavares was brought in as backup to fucking Tierney. Now, if I want to get this guy to come in as backup to... No, I don't care whose fault it is. I'm here for Arsenal. I'm not blaming players, yeah? If a player's coming in to be back... If I'm going to pick a player to be back up to Tierney, and I know he's going to get injured, I want him to be able to play some football and at least defend. I don't want him to go forward. I want him to hold his line and not expose us every single time. Last season, Tavares was our weak link at left back to the point where we had Tomiyasu playing. We had Tomiyasu playing out of position to cover that spot. So what I'm trying to say is he was given an opportunity where Saliba wasn't given an opportunity. Saliba wasn't even given a chance. He was shipped out.
Hold on, Fuad. One sec. No, but this is what Fuad's saying, Aussie. I believe. Yeah, but... No, hold on. Let me just kind of break down. Give me a sec. Basically, I believe if we'd kept Saliba, for example, and we'd thrown him in the deep end with how all the cliques at the club at the time and how dysfunctional the squad was, I believe he would have made the mistakes and had the fan base on top of him. And who knows? They could be on top of him like they are Tavares and even worse. And we never would have seen the player who he could have flourished in. So, but the fact that he's made those mistakes in France, we've not really seen that. So the Saliba we're seeing making his Arsenal debut is different to the Saliba we would have seen 2 seasons ago. Fair enough, Tavares has actually played and he's made the mistakes. But for me, there was a certain part of the season. Obviously, I don't believe neither me or you were saying this, but at a part of the season, his performances were at the level where certain fans were saying
wanting him to start ahead of Tierney.
The quality over Tierney, and I knew that was wrong, and I know you knew that was wrong, obviously. But
he was showing good signs. I'll admit.
Sure, but what I saw in those performances, I was like, there is a player here. Let's not get carried away. Tierney's still the man, but there's definitely a player here. So if he's going to go and make those mistakes in France for a year, then come back more ready, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Man.
If he learns how to defend, I'll be honest with you, the way he goes forward is fucking great. I love it when he goes forward. If he can learn to defend well, then we got ourselves a great left back. We've got ourselves a really good left back.
Steve, to be honest, you're right. To be honest, all right. I watched Tavares play against Leicester. I watched him play against. I've seen him in a few games, and he's not bad. It's the way the fan base makes out to be. It's what happens is, all right, he has one bad game, he trends, and everyone then just starts on him, and they stick to that one bad game. They don't stick, all right, he had a good game against Leicester, he had a few bad games, he had a few good games, he had a mixed season. But like you said, the man needs to go out on loan, learn how to defend properly, get his trade behind him, get the experience behind him, play, and after that, when he comes to Arsenal, he should be ready.
For sure.
And he's only going to get better with Zinchenko and Kieran Tierney there anyway, because he's going to learn off them. So I don't think there's a big issue there, Brian. You know, Arsenal fans make big things small and down into that.
And before we move on from the Tavares thing, well, I'll let you land after Aussie one sec. In terms of like Tavares, the way we've kind of protected ourselves in this situation is we've already gotten a Zinchenko. So even if that doesn't work out, it's like, so we got Zinchenko anyway. But if it does work out, then we've got a great player that we can bring back for the future. And also, if it doesn't work out, I'm sure someone would want to sign him, and we're protected with his contract. So we're not really losing out in the situation. That's why I don't mind it. I hear your issues with him, though, Aussie. I get it. But give him a year, see how he comes back. If he still looks dog shit defensively, then of course we can start saying something else. 10 people in the stream right now. Smash the like button, everyone in the stream. Smash the like. Share it to your friends. It is free. Trust me. I'm not lying. So wait, anyone have anything else to say on the Tavares situation?
Yeah, I would just say that. Look, listen. There was he's young. He's raw. Yes, we know, and he was at fault for a couple of important goals last year in terms of positional play. Having a rush of blood to the head, etc., etc. So I think, you know what, this is a win-win for Arsenal. Listen, you get him out playing, gaining confidence, and let's see how he develops. This is a development year for him now. We ain't got time for development for any players right now this year. This year is so important. At the very least, in terms of what we require, is top 4. That's at the very least. And I'll be upset if we don't get a trophy of any sort.
Ooh. Well, big up Simo Shaw. I've not seen you. I'm pretty sure that I messed up that pronunciation, but this is a great way to segue into the next touch, which is who is our next signing? Like, who do you guys expect Arsenal to get in, or will we even get anyone else in? So Akpos, like, with all the rumors you're hearing, still the problems, we still have some areas in our squad that need attending to. Who do you feel is going to be Arsenal's next signing?
Well, for me, I think there is one obvious one which a lot of us have all been dreaming for. I think it's the Armoury Tv deal. I think we need to get that one over the finish line, because if we look at what we are trying to do, we want to have 2 top quality players in each position. And looking at that center midfield role, I think that's one where I think we are a bit less in terms of the quality. We have players there, but in terms of the of the quality, I think we need to bring in Yuri Tilleman in, because I think that's one player that fits the right age, the right profile in terms of Premier League experience, in terms of wanting to make the next step up. Because I think I look at him that he's been at Leicester for a good number of years. I was significant when Leicester, one of the significant member of the team that won the FA Cup, even scored the winning goal. So I look at that. I look at Yuri Tielemans, and I look at what it could give our midfield. It could bring more legs to that center midfield role. You could also bring goals, because I think that's one role, one area that our midfield has not done too much in the last couple of years. We need our midfielders shipping in the goals. And I don't know if you guys have noticed some of the Zinchenko cutbacks that he does when he makes those runs. I think a player like Yuri Tielemans could thrive on some of those cutbacks from a left back bumping forward like Zinchenko or Kieran Tierney. So I think Yuri Tielemans, the fee is going to be good. It does not want to sign an extension deal with Leicester from the news we're hearing in the last couple of days. So I think like that player fits our profile, and in terms of what we want to achieve, I think it's at the right age. Mikel Arteta and Edu wants to bring players who are between got their prime or getting to that prime age. So I think Yuri Tielemans is one for me. We need to get that one closed out. And also one area I think that we also need to look at is that right wing for me, or a player who could play at both wings. Somebody who that one will require us to spend a lot more money, who could be an upgrade on what we can get from Gabriel Martinelli. Gabriel Martinelli, decent player, has been showing us what he can do on that left flank. But I think we need to bring in more bodies there, or a player who can play on both wings. Because if Gabriel Martinelli is having a bad couple of games, we are not too certain with Emile Smith-Rowe. We've seen how much time he's been spending on the treatment room.
And let's be honest, Akpos. Let's be honest, Akpos. I don't know about you guys. I don't really like the whole Smith-Rowe playing on the left thing. I prefer him through the middle, personally. I don't mind it from time to time, but for me, I just want to see him through the middle. Sorry, continue, Akpos.
Yeah, so I look at the wing. If let's say Martinelli is injured or is having a bad patch in terms of form, who comes in to play that left wing that will be effective? I don't think we have anyone there, so we need to bring in a winger who can play on both wings or can play across the front three. I think that would be a good one for us in terms of how we want to look at our depth of quality and squad depth and quality that we want. And if we really want to compete for top four, I think we need to bring in somebody in that wings who is going to give us more goal threat, because it looks like Bukayo Saka has made the right wing his own. That's obvious. But we need somebody who's going to be giving us goals and assists on the other wing when Martinelli is not firing on all cylinders. And also looking at the right wing, if Bukayo Saka gets injured, who comes in that will be as effective as Saka? Pepe is not living up to the bill right now. So we really need to look at the wings for me. Getting a center midfielder and getting a winger.
But the next one, do you think the next one needs to be Tielemans first, and then we go for the winger, or which one?
Tielemans first. I think the Yuri Tielemans on is taking too long, in my opinion. I think we need to get that sorted out, get that out of the way, and move on to the next target.
Okay, no problem. Well, Gunner King says smash the likes button, smash the likes, people. So do as he says. Also, Tarek Talk says big up the wonderful panel, Niger, Aussie, Canners, Akpos, and the first time seeing Prince Fuad. Big up, guys.
Nah, he's gone. See, Fuad's already done the dart, man. Yeah. Man, like Fuad can't hang out long enough, bro. Like his background, but he's done well there.
Loving the background.
On that, yeah, I like
that. Canners, as Akpos was talking about Tielemans, I saw you shaking your head a little bit there. Like, no,
listen, I could agree with the players, the type of players that we need to bring in, and I agree with Tielemans needs to come in, but Tielemans can wait. For me, Tielemans can wait. We need to drive that price down. Yeah, we hold the power. We've agreed. He wants to come to us. We've agreed the fee. Sorry, the personal package with Tielemans.
But can I come in? I just wanted to ask you something. What do you think happens in a situation where these clubs who don't seem to get their primary targets comes in right late in the middle before we come in to make a bid and offer Leicester more money? What do you think happens there?
No, well,
you're doing it. He's talking the Rafinha situation, which it could happen, and he's right.
It's a valid question. That's a possibility. It's a game of numbers.
I actually think that there's an agreement there in place between player and club already. I actually do believe that, and he's happy. He's calm. I think
that doesn't stop another Champions League club coming in with a bid.
No, well, okay. First and foremost, they're gonna have to. Oh, fair enough. If they come in, they'll have to agree a fee with Leicester and with Tielemans, and then if that comes about, then we get involved. That's fine. But until that happens, if that happens, just leave it. Let it go. We need to first and foremost get rid of a few players: Leno, Torreira, Pepe. It's also due to obviously the quota of players that were allowed in a way. So those 3 players need to go. Once we get some money for those players, Leroy Sané all day.
Canners, you're entertaining this rubbish. You're entertaining this Sané talk.
I mean,
it's a dream. If it happens, that's great. But I don't think I'd like that. But yeah.
Look, let me not shut you down, but we all have dreams, Canners. Do you get what I'm saying? Like every night we all sleep at night and dream about something. But this one, like I'm not saying there's a 0% chance, but the reality is there's a 0.1% chance of it happening, and that 0.1%.
You said there's a chance.
That means that there's a chance.
This guy walks into the club, sees that pretty, and says, "There's a chance. There's still a chance. There's drinks and there's a chance."
There's a chance. You never know. She might like a McLaren car. You know what I mean? She might like that.
If Canners was in the club and saw Hottie, then he's got a chance. Let's be honest. That in his heyday.
He's too pretty.
Look, I'm being serious.
So we're being serious too. We reckon you do pretty well.
I think though. You know.
He will tick all the boxes for what we need.
Of course he does. Can we get him?
Yeah, but you know the truth is with Tillsman, all right. Do you know this season it's been quite a weird and mad transfer market because it ain't about the club no more. It's about the player. Now, I'll give you a prime example. It's happened twice already, and a lot of fans don't see it happening. If Tillsman have already agreed to come to Arsenal, ain't no one else going in for him. Reason being is you see with Rafinha. Rafinha said, "I'm going to Barcelona." Chelsea come in 65 million. He ignored the bid, not Leeds. Him as the player ignored that bid. Do you know what I mean? And the same with that defender now who's gone to Barcelona. The player wants to go to Barcelona.
Yeah.
So it ain't that kind of transfer when it's just like, oh, it's a bidding war. It don't know. It ain't happening because the players, some of them have got dignity now.
Yeah.
Like Rafinha got dignity. I respect him because he said, I want to go and play for Barcelona. Leeds, you can accept the 65 million, but I ain't going there.
Yeah, I love that.
And that's what happened. But what is with Arsenal?
That's interesting.
So with Arsenal fan base, it's because they're so negative and they listen to all these buffoons online. Oh, we're getting outbid. Nah, some of these players got integrity and dignity. They want to play for the club. Same as Gabriel Jesus. You know, the story behind it is Chelsea come in. He said, no, I'm going to Arsenal.
Yeah.
But the flip side, Fuad, and you've made some, those are massive points. And I didn't even think of it that way, but you're right. But also, you could also look at there's not many players that do the Rafinha thing nowadays. Obviously, it was nice to see, and it was kind of shocking, to be fair, like in this day and age. But there's not many players that think like that. But my thing is, do you think maybe the reason why we're kind of relaxed is because he's already agreed whatever role we've told him and the fee, the role he's going to have in the side? It's to the point where I don't, in a World Cup year, which other Champions League team of quality can offer him what Arsenal can is what I'm wondering, isn't it? Like, it's not like if he goes to Liverpool, he's not going to start. If he goes, City are not going to go in for him. Obviously, United aren't in the Champions League. And I've not heard any sniffs from, like, the Italian league. Does he want to go to Serie A? No, he probably loves the Premier League. So, Akpos, I hear you, but there's, like Cannon says, there's loads of variables. I still think Tielemans will be at Leicester first game of the season. But at the end of the transfer window, I do believe he'll be in an Arsenal shirt, personally. But
we've got things we need to do. We've got players we need to get rid of first. Do you know what I mean?
For sure.
And I know that their priority is a winger. They do want a winger. bad.
It's true, but you know what? Look, you can want a winger, but I honestly believe that if we might, I know I heard all the points that Fuad's got, and they're spot on, right? The player wants Arsenal, the player doesn't want to go anywhere else, and that's going to deter most other clubs from going for him, but not every club. Clubs that are going to look at it and say, I need a midfielder. Arsenal aren't really moving fast enough. Are still going to have a nibble, right? Tielemans already told.
What are the clubs though, Aussie? That's
Manchester United. Manchester United could still knock on the door. Okay. Manchester United could still knock on the door.
Okay,
now listen to me for one second. Let me finish. Let me finish. Now look, and I know Fuad's going to say Man United. No, not Man United. Relax yourself. Man United could still knock on the door, right? They're in the same hole that we're in at the moment. Maybe we're a little bit further ahead, if anything, right? So at the same time, Tielemans, if he doesn't get through with Arsenal, right, and he thinks, well, I've got an option here, he might move. He might, because end of the day, right, there are players out there. Look, Robin van Persie didn't want to leave Arsenal, but he left Arsenal because he had to. Yuri Tielemans is leaving Leicester because he's wanted to. This Yuri Tielemans situation and not signing a contract, it wasn't yesterday. It's been for a while. He's wanting to leave Leicester for a long time. And Arsenal is his prime. He wants Arsenal. That's perfectly fine. But if it doesn't work out, he still wants to play football. But it's not at Leicester right now. He wants to move on. So I think it's a good fact that he wants to go for Arsenal. That works in our favour. It does. But let's not take the piss, right? Let's not lowball it too much. And let's see if we can get this deal across the line first before we go for, I don't know, strength and depth in the squad for like a winger. And I'm with you, Canis, too. If we can move some players at the same time, that'd be great. But I don't think, like, when it comes to transfers and coming ins and outs of Arsenal, we're not doing things one at a time. We're not. You know, we could be discussing with Tielemans and moving players.
Yeah, one thing I've
be proactive.
If we don't sell our players, okay, and we get all our signings in, that weakens our position for selling players because they know we just want to get rid of them.
I'll be honest with you, to be perfectly honest, as an Arsenal fan, and I think everybody in here right now would agree, if we get the players that we want and our starting line is strong and we've got a whole bunch of players that we can't sell, so be it. It doesn't stop us from being successful because does everybody here want a trophy?
Let's be honest, I kind of hear that still.
And to have... I want to add something to
and Torreira isn't a shit player. Torreira wasn't a shit player. Like everyone says, like,
that's what I'm saying.
He's not a shit. Yeah, he's not a shit player. Like everyone's saying, goes, "Oh, Torreira this, Torreira that." I honestly think Torreira is not a bad player. He wasn't that suited to the Premier League, but I still, if I was going to put Lokonga in or Torreira, if I was going to put Lokonga in or Torreira, I'd put Torreira in over Lokonga, and that's just me. I would put Torreira in over Lokonga.
Biggest facts on that.
Right.
But
you know
I want to respond specifically
imagine
to
that depth.
What you said. First of all, hold on, Fuad, 1 sec. Just in response to Gunner Kings, F Manchester United, please. And I'll be honest with you, Aussie, if Man U the only team you have to compete with for Tielemans, I'm not even a little bit scared. I'm not gonna lie, and these are the reasons why. Not because Man U they're not a massive institution, so let's be honest, they are. But this
moving
ain't
on
Man
numerous
U.
players. That's the thing.
This ain't Man U of 10 years ago. So do you know what I'm saying? This is Man U now. They still look a mess, no matter what the fans are trying to sugarcoat and what's going on at Man U. They still look a mess. They've got Eriksen, Martinez, whatever, but they're a mess. And if Man U comes in, we're gonna pump our chest out and say, okay, Man U are actually trying to get this player. Okay, cool. We match their bid and he comes to us. We just don't want to have to match their bid of 40 million. We would rather wait all the way down to 25.
But do you know what, Jack, you know what? You're all missing a point, though. Do you know what the point is, all right, bro? Arsenal has been speaking
Clip
to
it,
this
football
guy.
capital. Clip it.
All right, Arsenal have been speaking to Tielemans since January. So I don't like it ain't a saga that's been going on for like, transfer market's open. It's been going on since January. You know and I know. One thing about Arsenal, they always sign late.
Deadline day.
Yeah, we're the deadline day specialists, man. We love making the fan base sweat.
So that's deadline day special there.
I want to add a little something to what Aussie Gunner said. I don't know if you guys observed I don't know if you guys observed something else that happened in this transfer window with the situation of Bremer moving from Torino to Juventus. in this transfer window, a move might happen that might require us mixing out on Yuri Tillemans. Inter Milan has been in for Bremer for a long period of time. The Leeds ended up moving to from Juventus to Bayern, and Juventus got all the money from Bayern and walked in with the money bag. Bremer looks like it was close to signing for Inter Milan. The old dynamics of the move changed. So something else might also happen in this transfer window. If you're not acting fast, your priority targets might switch from moving to your football club to another football club. That we've seen it happen one time, and it can also happen again. That's something we should always also be wary of, in my opinion.
Canners, what do you think about that?
Do you know what? Akpos chats pure sense. So it's just one of those ones, man. I don't know. I mean, listen, I just think that we just need to get on with business, and once we do, and once everything cool happens and stuff, I think we'll be all right, man. We're going to do all right this year. That's just my final take on it, man. I think I got more faith in these guys on the board than I ever have actually in the last few years. So I think things are going to happen in the right, and everything will go in the right direction.
Look at Callas will getting politicals when he's closing the show up, man. We wanted something controversial, Callas.
No, because the thing is I just feel, do you know what? I feel comfortable with what's going on at the moment, and I don't think there's any stress on it. I think we're calm. The guys, the interview that Edu had, very calm, very collected, very kind of like, I like the way he spoke. And the things that he said, the profile of the player that he wants. You touched on Rafinha. He said that he had a conversation with Deco about Rafinha. That conversation, and he just said that he wants Barcelona. He said, okay, do you know what? If things change, let us know. And that's exactly what's going to happen with Tielemans. Other clubs or directors are talking to Tielemans representatives, saying what's going on with Tielemans. He wants Arsenal. Done. Okay, things change. Let us know.
Fair enough.
There it is. There.
I hear that.
Look, don't forget though, football players want to play football as well. So we don't want to take the piss too long. Like imagine this. And real quick before we close up on this one, remember, football is a great game. Football, we all love it. We love it. These guys see it as passion, the game, the team I want to play for, and a job. And in the end, if Tielemans hasn't signed a contract with Leicester, he doesn't want to have to renew. You get what I'm saying? Only be thrown on the bench, and then the next team that comes for him, mate, he hasn't played very well. He hasn't played too many minutes, and now he doesn't get his dream move. So at the same time, we have to be wary that it's also as an employer, the employee would like some certainty as well. It's a bit like that, and I hate to say that, but it's a bit like that. So I don't think he's going anywhere. But if we drag it out too long and we take the piss, we could shoot ourselves in the foot. So.
I totally.
But do you know?
I feel that there's a gentleman's agreement in there.
Yeah. Another thing is, Steve. Is
wait, hold on, Prince. I know Cannons has to step out, bro. Appreciate you coming on the show, Cannons, man.
No, bless you
next week, bro.
People. Bless. Listen, it's been. Listen, don't leave it too long to invite me back for you guys again, man. Seriously, don't leave it too long, man.
Well, next week, I'm inviting you right now, live on air. Next week, what you say?
What we need is we need at least 75 minutes from you, mate, because this 45 minutes and out. The fitness levels. It's about Arteta talks about fitness and being fit. You're not fit, bruh. Come on, bruh.
You gotta fit the full 90 minutes, bro. What's going on,
profile, right? I fit the profile. Yeah, I've got the great.
Bless my guy.
Thank you. I'll be coming from Dubai next week.
Oh yeah. We'd expect nothing less, Cannons, man. Big up, bro.
Take care.
Make sure you can speak to some of them agents like last time.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying.
Bless, man. Have a good one. So just quickly, let me get into the comments. Then Prince Fuad go after. Prosper, I think is the first time I've seen in the comments. Big up. Greetings from Sierra Leone, my African brother. Big up, bro. I think we need a replacement for Partey. You mean a backup? I hope that you're saying rather than a replacement. We really do need one powerhouse in that heart of midfield. Thomas is not consistent due to injury. And let's be honest, the injury thing is to worry about. I'm not going to go into the other stuff related to Thomas Partey because I still think there's still a lot to happen with that, and the legal team will deal with all those things. So big up my Sierra Leone people. Gunner King also, he said his dad is from Freetown. There's a lot of African love in the comment section right now. Big up, man. Big it all up. I'm loving it. Sierra Leone brothers catching up there. Football Capital says, I think once Leicester sell for Fana, Tielemans will go to Arsenal. Don't really see the relationship between the two, but maybe you can let me know in the comment section. Big up Terence Tibbs, loving the energy each and every time in the comment section. I think he was agreeing with Canners in terms of we need a winger rather than a centre midfielder first. Gunnar said, I think we need to move a couple players on. Do you know what? Like, we definitely do need to move some players on to free up the squad. But boy, we need to get a player in. And for me, I would prefer we go and get a winger in right here, right now, because I'm nervous. No, hear me out, bro. Because,
Arsene Wenger's at it again. We need a midfielder. He buys a defender.
No, but we need a winger though, because at the end
we need
of the
a
day,
midfielder more.
I think we need them just as bad.
Nah, sorry, bro. Our midfield right now is like a pub toilet door. You see, right?
Yeah, we need a centre mid, man.
Yeah, see, Fuad, my man, you know what I'm talking about, bro. The transition that we've got from defense to attack is so slow.
Yeah, he's right, bro. We need a centre mid.
We need a centre mid, trust me.
I'm not saying we don't need a centre mid, but we just as badly need a winger. Like, if Saka gets injured, what happens?
Yeah, but the thing is, we can't go and sign for depth when we've got a gap in the midfield. Your starting 11's got a hole.
The fact of the matter is, all these fans, all right, who've been crying out for Pepe, okay? Oh, don't sell him. Oh, why's he drop on? All these Arteta out fans have been doing all season crying like babies. I call them cry babies, all right? Pepe, if he stays now, all right, and Saka do get injured, he needs to step up to the plate. He needs to step up because at the same time, that's not him. Don't tell me 1 minute he's not good. You have to tell me he's good enough. Make your mind up, fans. But I was going to say before your friend was going to go, when it comes to this Arsenal, innit? It's all good saying get rid of players, but you know what you're all forgetting, bruh? Everyone's forgetting. We got Europa League this year. So we can't really just say, oh, get rid of Tavares, get rid of
in the squad out.
No, we need to bring the squad out. Yo, if I was Arsenal, I'll keep Tavares and bring in Tielemans. Because Carrera could do a job in Europe and he could do a job in the Premier League. Don't get it twisted. Carrera is a good player.
No, but Prince Fuad, I think Logic said Carrera doesn't want to be in England and trying to run down his deal. He used to be a fan of him, but him and his agent are trying to pull a fast one instead of getting us a fee for him. And it does kind of seem like him and his agent are playing some games. I heard that Valencia have agreed terms, but I've not heard a bid from Valencia. It's all kind of mad with the whole Torreira thing. I agree with you though, Fuad. Like, if you told me that next season we'll have Torreira as backup for Partey, I wouldn't be upset with that at all. But these little things like what Logic is saying, we've got to take it into consideration because there's something not right in that whole Torreira situation. And just like Mr. SMG said, he said, the problem is we have too many overseas players in the squad. We have 19 at the moment. And we're only allowed 17. We can't sign him until we move the dead wood. Oh, I didn't know that specific fact. I don't know if any of you knew that we had 19.
Yeah, he's right. I think that's a rule that came out last year or the year before that, 2 years ago.
Big up Kasana, my guy. Caramba. I love this guy, man. Big him up, man. What's it called? So, guys, like, we did talk very extensively about Tielemans, so it's quite fair to say that predominantly on the panel, that's the central midfielder that we want, Tielemans, right? I would love to go for the player that who mentioned earlier. James said, but I know this is a dream.
No. Look, Milinkovic-Savic can sit at home. Milinkovic-Savic can sit at home. If we don't get Tielemans, I want Jude Bellingham. I'm not going to go for Milinkovic-Savic. I want Jude Bellingham. Milinkovic-Savic is good. Jude Bellingham is great.
Wow. How much are you willing to? How much do you reckon he will cost, Jude Bellingham?
Well, you think Milinkovic-Savic is going to be cheap? If I'm going to spend,
Bellingham.
He's going to be cheaper. I don't want cheaper. I want better. I'm not going to. Milinkovic-Savic is not better than Tielemans. Milinkovic-Savic is not better than Tielemans.
Bellingham. He's better than both of them, bro.
I would rather Bellingham.
That's an interesting discussion.
Debate.
Who do you think is better?
I'm dreaming again. I saw that. I'm dreaming. Okay, and I'm dreaming for Tielemans.
I think Milinkovic-Savic is better than both the names that you mentioned. I wouldn't mind either three. So Aussie, don't let me know. Let's not get interested. I wouldn't mind either three of these.
You take anything I give you. You just take it. Give me that.
Take all of them. So, but in terms of the wingers, because look, right now our options are Pepe, Marquinhos, and Nelson. If Martinelli or Saka are to get injured. Let's be fair. That is a bit of a mad one. So if we were to get a winger, obviously Sane is the dream, so we're not going to talk about him. So other than Sane, we've been linked this summer with the likes of Gakpo. We've been linked with Diaby. We've been linked with Asensio. Who else have we been linked with? I can't remember in terms of the wingers, but out of those three players, Jared Bowen as well. Who do you think we should go for? And who do you think realistically we can get? That's probably the better question.
Can I?
Go on.
I want Marco Asensio, but I think we could probably get Bowen, and either of these players would strengthen our squad. So Marco Asensio can play left, he can play right, and everyone's saying, "Oh, he didn't do it." He only scored 10 goals. This and that. He can play on the left-hand side, he can play on the right, and he can play in the middle of the park, right? And it's not just he's not a young player. He's a player who's been around. Again, that's a dream signing. Jared Bowen is also a decent winger, plays predominantly on the right, can play in the middle of the park, and had a great season last year. Both of them are going to fetch a hefty fee, though. But if we're going to go for wingers, why don't we go for some wingers that could possibly challenge, Martinelli or challenge Saka sometimes, Like Saka's thinking, I've got it easy. Nah, bro, I got Jared Bowen who's saying, bro, I'm coming for you. And that pushes Saka more. And then, Saka might play Prem, Bowen plays Europa. Change it up a bit, gives you different dynamics. And the same thing, if we don't get him, we get Marco Asensio. Now I've got a player who can move in for Odegaard, and we can put Odegaard on his ass and put Marco Asensio and sit him in the 10.
Nah, Odegaard's all right, man.
No, I'm saying, you know what? Odegaard's got a flat game. Yeah. If you want more creativity, you can even put them beside each other. You know what I mean? It just depends on what you want. It gives you a better dynamic, a different formation. You could play 4-2-3-1, 4-3-3. You could play 4-3-3 in a triangle. You could so many different formations, Asensio.
It also keeps your opponent guessing a lot of time. What are you going to play? What are you going to be bringing to the plate?
You don't know what. I won't be able to pick the formation because there'll be like 6 different formations we could field. I'll just have to look at the other team and see what's a good counter. You know what I mean? Well, we're going to be playing the counter because we can play it. And that's why with a player like Asensio, it gives us more of a dynamic. With a player like Bowen, you got that direct winger. I'm going for goal. I'm quick. He's a hard player too. So I think those two for me.
Okay. Fuad, I asked this question on the Armoury a couple of days ago, and I want you to answer both questions for me real quick. So first of all, would you want Jared Bowen?
I'll take him. Yeah, I'll take him. Yeah.
Okay, that's question one. So question two is Bowen good enough on the right for us to move Saka to the left?
Yes.
Yeah. So that means you're saying he's better than Saka is on the right then. That's what you're telling me predominantly.
No, it's just something different, isn't it?
No, but that's what I'm saying. Look, the reason I asked you that specific question is it's clear to see Saka's most effective position is on the right. He can play on the left very well. Let's get it twisted. So if we're going to move him for his best position, the person coming in has to be better than him in that position. Do you not think that's fair?
No, not really.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily because
okay.
Because
why
Saka,
not? Tell me why not then.
All right. I'll explain to you why. Because against Man City, if we play Saka on the left and Bowen on the right, it's just something different in it. Because Bowen gives big teams a hard time. He's proven it last season. So that's the thing. So wait there. I know you're good enough to play on the left, and I know you're definitely good enough to play on the right, and we could change it a bit. So you get them 2 wing back problems, then it's something different in it. But at the same time, it's not about bet. It's about he's going to improve the team, and you could play different tactics and different formations with him, and that's how I look at it.
Fuad, how about this, right? If we put Saka on the left and you got Zinchenko flying down the left, now he's got a defender who overlaps him, unlike he does with Tomiyasu. And then you got Bowen on the right, who's very direct, who doesn't really need a right back to overlap him. Wouldn't that strengthen the squad? Changes the dynamic. Now Saka's got a left back who's also fucking who's assisting him on that left hand side with overlapping runs. So if anything, it might even make him a bit more fluent.
No, I look at it like this at the same time. You've got to look at it towards like game being played. Like, do you really want to play Saka in every game? You know, like we did last season. Do you really want to do that?
No, I hear you, but for me, this is what I'm saying. Any wing, and we were talking about it. Any winger we bring in has to be better than Martinelli for me. Number one.
Yes.
Number two, if I'm gonna move Saka from the right, the player that's going on the right needs to be better than him on the right for me. So that's why I was excited about the Rafinha thing. So because I think he's better than Saka on the right now. I'm not sure about when their careers end who will be better, but right now Rafinha was better. So if they switch wings, we're more or less getting a similar things. Bowen isn't that good on the left, so him and Saka aren't going to be alternating wings. He's probably going to stay on that right side. So that's why I'm a bit worried about him. Plus the fee that we probably have to pay for him as well.
I didn't really that much, bro.
He's English tax, bro.
English tax.
Yeah, I know. Well, but the reality is, all right. I know it's English tax, but the reality is, you know, West Ham knows if Arsenal comes knocking on the door and it is real links, like take it with a pinch of salt. You know already. Bowen is a type of player who'll be like, I want to go Arsenal. Hand in a transfer request.
Yeah. For sure.
And it's going to be like 40 or 50 million at the most. But I think it'll be like 30 or 40 million, bro. I know he's West Ham best player, but West Ham fans need to take a reality check. You know, if you come into Arsenal,
30 or 40 million, it's impossible, bro. English tax is English tax.
You won't get him for 30, 40, bro.
Where's the last English player that has a protected contract, i.e. 2 or plus years on his contract, gone for less than 50 million? Please, I don't remember the last guy.
Well, I'm saying like 40, 50 million. I'll say 50 million. That's on that. He knows, 50 million.
It'll be around 50 mil.
Yeah,
it won't be any more than that because he's not worth any more than that. And it's because of the tax. The player's worth 40 million. The tax is 10 million. I look at it like that.
Yeah, it'd be 50. It wouldn't be more than 50.
It wouldn't be more than 50, bro.
Yeah.
And Arsenal knows that. And the thing is, Arsenal got money to Arsenal. Just like they got it. I think Tillman's done. But like now they're gonna go in for the winger. Why not, bro? I don't get why not. He's establishing a Premiership. He gives every team a nightmare. Do you know what I mean? And you can change it up, bro. Like if you want to win silverware and you want to win Europa League and you want to start challenging, you need to get them kind of players in.
I hear you. Look, but for me personally, because we got Saka, I'd prefer, and I might get killed for this. I prefer we go with Aussie's first request, which is Marco Asensio. And I think people are kind of brushing off Asensio like he's
a good player,
a quality player. Look, I know he's had a lot of problems with injury, but look at last season. He played 31 games in La Liga, bro.
Yeah.
If he could do that,
but that's the thing.
League,
but that's the thing. Yo, but this is what you're getting. This is the thing, innit? It's like Bowen can, and this is the thing. If he does come in and he does on fire and he struggles his first season, you already know Bowen's not happening now. Bowen's coming in, and you already know. You could put him against Man City. You could put him against Liverpool. He is giving you a hard time.
Yeah, but you know what?
You know about the Premier League now. It's levels to this. You get me? Yeah. Everyone's talking about, but he's done good for Real Madrid. But this kid is actually done it in England.
Yeah, but
if he comes to Arsenal, it's only going to improve his team.
You know what he's trying to do? You know what Nigel's trying to do? Nigel wants a left wing to start. He doesn't want a left wing like as depth.
For Saka.
So what he wants, if we get him, he wants Marco Asensio to come in on the left hand side and for Martinelli to fight for them. Martinelli can fight for a 9 or a left or.
Well, I'll take Bowen all day, bro. I'll take Bowen all day.
No, look,
Bowen's great.
If he comes, I'm not. Pause.
Fuck yeah.
If he comes to Arsenal, I'm not going to be upset. If he comes to Arsenal, then I'll get behind him. Oh wow, pause. But at the end of the day, I prefer Asensio, bro. That's what, if I had to pick between the two. And if you're asking, if you're gonna throw in a Cody Gakpo into that conversation, I'd pick Asensio over him too because I still think
I
need another year from Cody before I start getting excited about him. To be fair,
I'll pick Bowen because see what it is. You know the reason why for years we haven't like when people say we don't win in Anfield, we don't win in Manchester, it's because of players like that. You got to let them settle, their heads drop, they don't play for the badge, and that's what it is. That's why I'd rather Bowen. I've seen Bowen play last season. We need someone like that who's possessed. Come on the pitch, yo. We ain't losing this game. Until we start signing players like that, all these players you just mentioned, they look good, they're in a flary league. But when they come here and they get kicked up by Van Dijk, they're like, But you see what Bowen did when they went to West Ham? When Liverpool went to West Ham. And that's the players you need, bro. That's the players you need.
And you're right. My only issue is that if he could work on both wings, Fuad, I'll be such a big fan of Bowen. But the fact that he's predominantly a right winger, that's the only issue. I want any winger I want to come in. I want them to be able to cover both sides. So if there is a situation where Saka's not in the starting lineup, we can put another guy there, and we don't lose quality. Do you get what I'm saying? Too much. I want to still
and that's
have
Bowen
that
for me,
guy.
isn't it? But you got to understand this season, bro. Look at the games. They're coming thick and fast. You got 5 substitutes. Arsenal games. Look, Arsenal are playing on a Sunday, on a Tuesday. Sometimes we play on a Thursday because of Europa League. Then we play on a Sunday again. Then we'll be playing on a Wednesday or a Tuesday again, and we'll be playing on a Thursday. So you need to play. This season is the only season where you think to yourself, if Bowen comes in, you're gonna need him for more competitions.
Rob, you're
so
right.
You're right. I look at it like that. Don't look at it from perspective like, because Arsenal. Let me tell you something. We gotta be real. We had one game a week last season. And we just about missed out, and we still had injuries. What are we going to be like this the next season? So we need to keep our players there, regardless.
I hear you, but for me, I'm with Aussie on this. I'm going for Marco Asensio personally. If I had to, and comment section, let us know.
I'm going all day, bro.
Comment sections now, later. Who would you prefer? I'm going to give you 3 options: Jared Bowen, Marco Asensio, or Cody Gakpo. Who do you think is best suited for Arsenal? And think of the dynamics of our wingers we have right now as well. Don't just get excited about the numbers of any of because, let's be honest, Gakpo and Bowen both have great numbers, but are they suited to what we need at Arsenal? Asensio, his numbers are his assist numbers are pretty good actually, and the games that he's playing and his CV as well. So each of those players have benefits in different ways. Who would you like? Let us know in the comment section. Let me get into some more of these comments though, real quick. Logic says we don't need a winger at all compared to a midfielder.
There's some logic.
Fair enough. Kasana said CDM is a priority. I won't lie to you. If they told me they're going to get a CM and a CDM and that's it for the transfer window, I would take that. I would take it. Because I know that if Partey's not in our squad, we don't have to rely on El Neni and Lokonga, and that would make me go to sleep quite peacefully at night. I'm not going to lie to you. SMG also said, I agree with Aussie. I think worst case scenario, they'll keep Marquinhos. Look, I'm not saying there's not a player there, but I've just not seen enough of him to start relying on him to do anything this season, if I'm honest. Logic said, Saka gets injured, play Vieira, and I don't want to have to say this guy's name this season. Pepe.
Oh, come on, bro.
Like Pepe, as much as I've tried to back you in the past, the time's up, bro. Like it's the end of the era. The relationship has to end now, bro.
Would you keep Pepe or is it Pepe or Reece Nelson here? If it's Pepe to go or Reece Nelson, who goes? Or is it both?
Reece Nelson.
It's both Nelson. For me.
Me too.
Nelson goes for me.
Me too. I'm saying Reece Nelson goes, Pepe stays. This guy wants to just get rid of everyone.
Yeah, get them all out of the club.
Cold bastard. Fucking cold, bro.
You also mentioned that we need to get rid of Deadwood before we can get signed in. So I'm just further regurgitating what you lot had to say, man.
Because of the barbecue gone.
Nah, F all that. If Torreira won't let himself get sold, play him in the Europa. We agree with that. Yeah, 80 million for Jude Bellingham. Are Arsenal really willing to pay that? Come on, Come on, are we?
Pay it. We won't pay it. Fuck no. Hell no. Yeah, bro. I'm dreaming too, bro. I'm dreaming, bro.
Terrence is horrid. He said we should go for Joe Bellingham. I don't know too much about him, but the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. He might be as good as his brother. Like we saw, well, Phil Neville wasn't as good as Gary Neville, so it doesn't always work that way. So you never know. Terrence says, send Wenger around with sweets. You're terrible. Werner going to Juve. I wasn't even going to mention the Werner links because that's a joke, bro. That's an absolute joke. Big up EGTV in the comments. My guy. Man, so yeah, he agrees with us. Get rid of them both. Pepe and Nelson. They got to jog on straight up. Kasana, though, he says Pepe is better than all of them. Look, if you're asking me ability-wise, has Pepe got more ability than all the players we've named? I'd say, yeah, bar Asensio, because I believe he has a high ceiling on him. But in terms of being able to put it into practice in a competitive football game, all of them have been doing it more regularly than Pepe. So we're not talking about ability. Ability-wise, Pepe's got more in his bag than Saka. But Saka knows how to use the things in his bag on a regular basis at a high standard. Pepe has yet to learn to do that. So as much as I agree with you, Kasana, he's just not ready to do it at Arsenal. Maybe he needs a new project. DWTT in the building, bigging up everyone in the comments. On the panel, big up DWTT. Yeah, we agree. We definitely agree. Central midfield needed. We need a goal assist numbers in that area, which is why.
Thank you, bruh.
Which is why Tielemans and Milinkovic-Savic are good options for that position. Obviously, I need to stop mentioning Savic because it's not going to happen. I need to just kill that dream the same way I've killed the Sane dream. I've been Arteta before. Come on.
He's got some loyalty to his players, this man.
Bin him now. Arteta out. He's saying, is that where we've got to? SMG says, Pepe is the most frustrating.
He's frustrating.
Why doesn't he beat his fullback? He needs to watch Zaha. And it's true. And even when he does beat his fullback, he tries to beat him again.
He
comes back to beat him again. It's
like he doesn't think about 2-3 moves ahead. Like if he was a boxer, he'd get knocked out every fight, bro. I swear, bro. He'd throw, you know what I mean? You know what I mean, Fuad? He'd throw 2 jabs and then sit there and think, what?
I've seen him play so many. Do you know what? I've seen him play and he is frustrated, bro. When you watch him live, see, that's the problem. When you go and watch him live, it's different to watching him on the TV. And you see how lazy he is. See how lazy he is, bro. Like, I took one boy who used to defend him all the time. And I said, watch how lazy Pepe is. And when he seen it, he said, I couldn't believe it. And now he's like, all the times I defended it, the guy is too lazy. He's lazy, bro.
He's just too indecisive for me. It's not even that he's lazy.
Yeah.
He's just.
He's lazy, bro. He's just lazy, bro.
He gets hurt with 2 defenders. 2 defenders get on him. He's got no option. But the thing is, we don't have real options on the right hand side. Like Reece Nelson, really? Marquinhos, he only just showed up.
No, but you know what Pepe see? You know what Pepe? I likes the attitude. I think he's come out this season. And he's not hinting that he wants to leave. He's hinting saying, I want to stay and fight for my position. And I like that.
Look, Fuad, I hear you. And someone else said this to me as well. Like, I don't care about words anymore, big man.
Nigerian Englishman got the barbecue going. He wants to throw dead wood in there.
Straight, bro. Pepe is dead food. Like at Arsenal, he can probably flourish elsewhere, but at Arsenal, on that pitch, why should I be seeing a Premier League winner in Jesus having more hunger in pre-season than a Pepe who can't even get into our starting lineup? That's embarrassing, bro. That's embarrassing. He played 60 minutes against Orlando, nothing. Saka comes on 90 seconds, first chance from that side. Like, look, he's not a bad player. Arsenal are just not for him. We've got a couple of comedians in the comment section. Just so you lot know a little bit of background about Leon. He's a Man U fan, and we have a bet that Arsenal will finish higher than Man U in this season. So he's just trolling. Nothing
Arsenal
to do
finished
with
7th, Man United finished 8th, so it doesn't really matter. We're both fucked.
Look at all his comments. Nothing to do with the show whatsoever. Just talking about he's having history lessons, nearly 20 years, blah, blah. Thanks.
Yeah, no, you're right, bro. You're right. It's unacceptable, bro. It's completely unacceptable. But you know what? Your team is just as fucked up as my team at the moment. You chat, bro.
Arsenal, bro. You know what it is.
We're in our rebuild. We're slightly ahead in our rebuild. That's about it, bro.
Nah.
Leon,
You know,
Leon, lead the title next time.
You know, Jack. You know what? Arsenal fans this season, bro. They don't see the optimistic ball. They're not optimistic. They don't see what Arsenal have done. They have actually, all right. They have actually gone out there on both winners. Now, a lot of people listen to all this negativity going around this fan base and think, Pep Guardiola, let me educate these people. Pep Guardiola did not release Gabriel Jesus because he's rubbish and not Zinchenko because they're rubbish. He released them because in his philosophy, Pep Guardiola believes that he doesn't stand in a player's way. And the proof of that is, did he stand in Yaya Touré's way when he went to Man City? Guardiola never. Did he stand in Samuel Eto'o's way when he went to Inter Milan? He didn't. His philosophy is, if I can't guarantee him game time and I can't guarantee the play and they don't want to play for me, it's not because the player's rubbish. I won't stand in their way. That's Guardiola. So by him coming, by releasing Gabriel Jesus coming to Arsenal, when Arsenal fans say, "Oh, if he was any good, he'd be there." No, he is good enough to be there. But that's the manager.
Jesus,
the manager's
knocking
philosophy
Jesus
is,
signing is
if I can't offer you time, you go. Jimmy, remember that game against Southampton when he need to go?
Nah, facts, big
Zinchenko,
it's not about the signing, Steve. It's not about the signing. It's about the fan base trying to think like what they're trying to do is to make themselves look good. To think, oh well, if Jesus was any good, he'd be a Man City. No, because they sold Eto'o to Inter Milan. What happened there? Go do your
Fuad, don't get riled up by all this stuff. Let's not. Let's not get sidetracked on the topic either, guys, because some of the comment sections sometimes take us to a place we do not want to go, guys. I understand.
I'm ready to go, bro. I'm ready to go there with Fuad. We'll go there.
But we've all agreed that actually we didn't agree. Either some of us want a winger first, some of us want a central midfielder first. But let's be honest, we all agree that we need at least both of them. Do you get what I'm saying? We want both of them at the end of the day. But if we had to do one first, we can disagree. But guys, just to kind of close the show, let's talk about, we've got the Emirates Cup starting this weekend. Obviously, there's still a few players that we'd like to see more of. Marquinhos, definitely want to finally see Vieira, at least for like maybe 45 minutes to see if he's actually real. I've only seen. We're not too sure if he's real just yet.
And his cardboard cutout, and he's standing next to Arteta, Vieira going.
Exactly. So I'd like to see that. So, but what are you guys expecting from this preseason tour? Akpos, what are you expecting from this Emirates Cup? Obviously, we haven't seen it for a few years as well.
Yeah,
it's returned. It's returned. Back by popular demand from the Emirates, our sponsors. Yeah. So, what do you expect to see from this preseason, this final part of preseason?
Well, for me, I think we have been seeing good signs with the start of the preseason from the game in Germany and to the US. We've been seeing good signs from the team, good signs from the guys who have joined the team, and from the players who stepped up a lot last season. So for me personally, I want to see what we could get from Fabio Vieira, because that's one that we've not seen. We've only been seeing clips on YouTube and what we've heard from people who have seen some games from what he did in the Portuguese league. So I want to see Fabio Vieira, and also I want to see more of Matt Turner, because personally I have not been really convinced with what he could do. I don't know if we would have that much confidence we would get from having Leno as a number 2 to Aaron Ramsdale to Matt Turner. So I want to see more of Matt Turner in this, because I think there will be an upgrade in terms of the opponents we're going to be facing at the Emirates Cup. So I want to see what Matt Turner is going to bring up to the plate. And for players like Pepe, I don't know, there's been rumors and all that, because he has not impressed me in this preseason so far. Because personally, I'm somebody who wants to see Pepe live up to the expectation we've had from him. But it looks like he's going out of the door. But if he's going to stay, now is the time to show us what he could do. Because we like
this is his last chance, even if I think it's done already, but this is the last.
So for me, we want to see players pushing for places in this team. We want to see competition all across the team. So, but Pepe does not look like he's going to bring that to the plate. And also Marquinhos, I want to see more, because that looks like a signing for the future. One we need to be patient with. We need to be integrating slowly into the team. So also I want to see some more of that. But also I want to see the back four. Let us begin to see the back four that will start the first game. We want to see that also in this Emirates Cups too, because for me, I look at William Saliba and I look at Gabriel. That's a partnership. I think it's going to give our opponents striking pairing a lot of troubles, because these guys, with what we've been saying, they look like they're complementing each other in terms of their quality. And I look at them, that's going to be a very strong and solid centre back pairing for me. And I'm worried for Ben White. I think like he's going to lose his place. If we have a fit Tomiyasu, I think Ben White is going to be sitting on the bench personally. But I want to see what Mikel has got planned out for the first game of the season against Palace. I want to see a reflection of that during the Emirates Cups.
Fair enough. And look, Pepe, like you said, last, you don't gas. Now everybody go short break first. Yes, because that's it. It's the end of the era. If he can't give us at least some at 9 or 10 out of 10, even though I'm done with him, but maybe if he does a madness, maybe. But
he pings one in for you.
I can't see it personally. But Aussie, like what are you expecting? Is there anything other than what Akpos has said that you're expecting to see from these preseason games, these final preseason games?
Look, I couldn't agree with Akpos more. For me, it's about the defensive line. I want to see how we shape up defensively, because that's key for me. Don't get me wrong, I know Matt Turner's got to get some minutes, but I don't want Matt Turner to get minutes here. I want Ramsdale to sit in goal and stay there, but with our starting back line. Okay. I want to see more of that chemistry, because if we're going to be using Saliba now to sit next to Gabriel and Ben White on the right because of Tomiyasu's injury, I want to see that partnership starting to get strong now, instead of it having to fucking develop throughout the throughout the first two games of the season. So maybe now's the time to get Zinchenko in there, get Gabriel in there, get Saliba in there, get Ben White on the right-hand side, because that's where he's going to sit, and Ramsdale ready to rumble, so these guys can start to get the vibe again. You know what I mean? And to be honest, I don't mind if we make some odd, like a Marquinhos substitution in the 70th. I don't mind that. I don't mind to see a Vieira come in the 70th, 75th. I don't mind that either. But I do want to see our starting line here, and I want to see our starting line for at least 65 minutes, because that's going to tell us that's going to show us how we're going to look when it starts, when the Premier League starts. So it's like a bit of a taste before the league kicks off.
Okay. Are you in the agreement with that, Fuad, or any other stance? Is there any particular player you're looking out for?
You know what? I don't think Ben White's going to go off the team. I agree with Steve. I think Ben White is going to play right back this season. I think he's going to go with a back three. And I think, but like Steve said, you know, like the brother said.
Back three? So what do you mean, like 5 at the back, or?
No, he's going to play. I think Ben White's going to play right back.
Okay.
Saliba's going to play centre back, and he's going to. I think it's going to be a back. I don't know how he's going to do it, but I can't see Ben White getting dropped. I just can't see it happening, because he done all right last season. It's like, and he's only going to get better this season, because it's his second season. You know, people forget, going to a club like Arsenal caliber, it's a lot of pressure. You know, so now he's had that pressure year. You know, the first season when he's took on the abundance and the pressure, and now he's ready for next season. But I think, you know who's going to shine? You know, the other day they were just talking, going back to those, he said, you know that Brazilian player Marquinhos who we just signed?
Yeah.
Apparently, he played in a friendly against Brentford. I know it was Brentford seconds, but even the players, and the management were there, and all the people, recruitment team and all that was saying, who's this player stood out, even though it was the seconds. And you've got to bear in mind, he stood out. It's his first ever competitive game against the English team. But he's never played against Bedford. He's never played in the Premier League. You had Reece Nelson there. How many games have he played?
Don't get me started.
You know, you had, and that's one thing. And that's what I'm saying to you.
Higher now, bro.
You know, but I'm saying to you, you've had players there who played.
This cunt, he has to say it, Leon. You cunt. You are such a cunt. I'm gonna say it on YouTube. You are a cunt.
I think with McKee, with the Brazilian boy, the young 19-year-old boy, he's gonna shock. You heard it from me first, right, Ja? And all these fans are gonna criticize me now, but you heard it from me first. Marquinhos is gonna be a superstar. And when you all do that, just remember who told you.
Fuad, I'm not trying to get kicked off of YouTube, you know. I'm not trying to get kicked off like with
I'm telling you, I want you to clip it. I want you to clip it because
Football Capital will clip this. Borche, I know you're watching. Fuad wants you to clip this. Do your worst.
I said that about Martinelli. I said it about Martinelli, and I'm saying it about this guy. And everyone jumped on a bandwagon, especially at, I said about Martinelli, and I said about this guy. And everyone jumps on a bandwagon. And when they do, I say, go and educate yourselves about football.
All right. I do you know what? A bit big you up for saying it, bro, but I can't let myself say it. But I will say, just like you guys, I do want to see more of Marquinhos this Emirates Cup. Let's see what it's about. Let's see if he's ready to be involved now or he needs to go out on loan. Let's check that out, innit? So also, just like you guys have said, it would be nice at some point in one of the two, is it 2 or 3 games we're playing? I can't remember if it's 2 or 3. But anyway, in one of the games we play, I want to make sure that at least we see our starting 11. And everyone, you kind of laughed at me a couple of streams ago, Aussie. I wasn't going to bring this up. When I mentioned Ben White playing right back, you laughed.
I got no other option.
And now
I got no other option.
You said it so casually
but I've got no other. Well, the thing is, I look at our starting line. See, I'm a realist, spade to spade. Who else can play right back right now? Bellerin. You think I'm gonna put Bellerin?
And that's how
Rob Holding. Rob Holding. You want me to put Cedric Suarez in?
But that's where I was speaking from, and you made me sound like I was crazy. I was like, we've got Cedric, we got Bellerin. Like,
Tom,
who else is gonna go in there?
I'm saying if we can get a Max Aarons.
Oh, he's dead, bro.
I don't have a problem at right back anymore.
Max Aarons dead, bro. No,
he's not dead. He's a decent player, bro. Open your eyes, bro. Open your eyes. Bro, you got to go see an optometrist, bro. You need some glasses, cuz.
He's dead, Max Aarons. Max Aarons is Norwich, relegated.
Man's wearing a hat inside their house, bro, and he's telling me Max Aarons is fucked, bro. Relax yourself, cuz. Max Aarons is decent, cuz.
No, he might be in Australia, but over here we know he's shit, bro.
Mate, all right, we're gonna like finish up with some of the comment section, guys. Man. Let's see what these lot are saying, because there's some madness in here. So I still push this narrative that Arteta might be to French-speaking players. Don't forget that Arteta is from Basque Country, San Sebastian. I'm not gonna go into that. I'll leave it for people to debate.
I just think Pepe did some bad shit to his missus, but anyway.
Put that one to the side. Jesus and Zinchenko are decent signings, but we need a lot more. I agree. I've been one of the few fans of, I think, Aussie as well, and Akpos, that have not been yet excited by this transfer window. I'm happy we've got players in, but I'm not excited yet. 2 more signings, the ones that we want, then I can start talking about getting excited. But I'm happy with the business we've done, but I'm not excited yet. Do you know what I'm saying? Big G's Z says, them guys are hedging bets in case the shit's very weak. Of course. We know. Aussie, I've got you on Monday. Come ready.
Yeah, we're on a show.
He's been in the group chat as well. I don't know if that's something that's happened in the past, Aussie, but I don't.
Oh no, we've got a group chat, and Borche's been a little bit of a bastard to some of the boys in there. And there was one bloke there, Liverpool fan, just fucking decided to do the dart.
Out, for his mental health.
And you know what? It wasn't even that. It was over nothing too. Like we still can't figure out what the fuck. It was over nothing.
Wow.
Yo, you know
guys,
what?
Smash the like button as well. Smash the likes right now.
Yo, you know this. You know what? This SMG guy. He's a real bro. I like it. I love this guy. You know.
Yeah, big up SMG, man.
SMG's real, man.
Fan like myself, my brother as well. Big him up.
He's a bad man, bro. He ain't a sheep like the rest of the fans who just follow.
He says what he feels, mate.
That's it.
Yeah.
Arsenal needs starting 11 working, but what do they do in practice? I get you, but practice is different to playing in the game. I hear you, though. I hear you. SMG says, when in possession will be like 3 at the back with Zinni pushing into midfield. I see that happening a lot.
I can see that too, yeah, bro. That's good. That's
Are we going to ignore that,
Leon?
Leon, are we going to ignore that? No one can tell me that Maguire's better than Ben White. I'm not having any of that talk, bro. No one can tell me that. I think we should sign Hoffman midfielder. I am a guy. Terrence Tibbs. I don't know anything about him. I don't know if the panel do, but I'll look into it. I don't know yet. Huh? Yeah, you guys were battling with Brentford for Ericsson. You are right. You were battling with Brentford for the signature of Ericsson. Thanks for reminding us on this show.
Yo, listen, the football capital's going through a lot of bad times, you know. Their team's
dead.
I
know, so he needs to deflect his attention. I get it. I'm not mad at him. You know, I'm not mad at him.
You know, he's a nice guy, you know. You got to accept him. Like, come on, bro, it's therapy for the minute, you know. You got no one else to speak to besides us, man.
100%. Fuad, you told me 100% Vlahovic should be an Arsenal player.
And you know what? I said that too. I said it too.
You know
I said Vlahovic will come to Arsenal. I said the same
you know what, bro?
Yeah, I'll admit it.
You know what, Butcher? You know what I blame for that? Steve. He brainwashed me. Exactly.
Mate, I honestly thought that deal was done and dusted. And I'll put that out there.
I blame Steve for that because I believed it.
I honestly thought that was done and dusted. Seriously, thought that was done and dusted.
Steve, that was a cheap uppercut you give me. He's coming to Arsenal. Boom. That's a cheap shot there, bro.
But when Juventus was involved, I didn't let myself get caught up in that hype. I didn't believe in it. But what do you think about this, Akpos? What Terence Tibbs is saying? I'm still waiting to see the best of Martinelli, let alone Marquinhos.
You know, he knows Martinelli's sick, bro. Don't listen to Terence, bro. Terence, come on.
You know, Terence, think this way, bro. One thing I just want to say now that if we get a left back or a left wing back like Zinchenko that can bomb forward, maybe that's going to help Martinelli a little bit more. You know, the indecisiveness on the left hand side, Tavares 1 minute, Tierney the next minute, it doesn't help a left winger. So you never know. Big up
DWTT, man. He's from America, bro. Big him up. He's a good guy, man.
He's good people, man. He's good people.
Yeah, respect my brother.
Big up, bro.
Assalamu alaikum, my brother.
Big Arsenal fan.
Big Arsenal fan, bro. Respect to him, man.
I'm not going to repeat that. No, he's just a positive Arsenal fan. If you don't agree with him, you don't agree with him. You don't have to say that, man. Big up Craig ASC for jumping in the comments, bro.
Craig always comes at me, but Craig, bro, you were born in 1987. You should know more knowledge of football. You know, as soon as Arteta come to Arsenal, you should know better that for the first 2 years, he's going to get everything wrong. Because he was a novice. This is the season now where you can make judgment of him. He's got no more excuses.
To be honest, and that's a great way to wrap up the show. You're right, guys. Like, Arteta has zero excuses. I don't care if he gets 2 players or he doesn't get 2 players before the window's closed. He's got to get Champions League football for me. I'm not protecting the guy. I've been Arteta.
He has to win Europa League, bro.
Well said, Steve.
He has to win Europa League. I don't want to look. I had enough of this. He has to get me Champions League football so we can compete and get knocked out of the group stage. Negative. Bro, I am not Tottenham.
Why would we get knocked out of the group stages, bro?
No. Listen. I am not Tottenham. I'm not Tottenham. I want to win.
But why would
get that winning mentality in Europe back?
It's about winning. Let's win. Look, are we in Europa now, Niger? Are we in Europa now?
Yes, we are.
Why can't we win it?
No, I'm not saying.
Well said, Steve.
So then we should win it. So that means if you're going to get, if we win Europa League, then you can start talking about going to Champions League and getting shit done. I don't want to go and qualify for Champions League and get bombed out of the Europa League and say, whoop-de-doo, I'm in the Champions League. You know what I'm saying, bro? Levels in this, bro. Steps.
Are you all right if we finish 8th and win the Europa League then?
No, I'm not all right if I finish 8th and win the Europa League. I am greedy.
But we won a trophy. We got Champions League football.
No. If I'm going to compete, if I'm going to compete, look, okay. How about this? You get your Champions League, right? You get to qualify for Champions League, and every year from now on, right, you get knocked out in round of 16. Is that an accomplishment? No. I don't want to compete in it. I don't want to compete in a Champions League, right? If I can't even win the Europa. So right now we're in Europa League. I want to win the Europa League, and I want to.
See, let me explain it to my. Let me explain it to.
I'm greedy, bro.
Let me explain it to him. Let me get
4th in Europa.
I'll explain it in a better way. What he's trying to say to you, bro, what he's trying to say to you, bro, in a better way, explain that if you win the Europa League, all right, bro, you've drilled in the winning mentality in Europe. So when you go into the Champions League, you're going in there thinking you can win it instead of thinking qualifying and getting knocked out. Because you've drilled the winning mentality in you, in Europe. Because Arsenal don't win in Europe. So if he's right, we have to go to be up the big boy scale. We got to win the Europa League.
That's fine, but this is what I'm saying. As this is my show, this is the final comment on my show today.
Your minimum.
What I'm saying is the minimum for Arteta to keep his job is top 4 for me. I want top 4 in a trophy. Don't get me twisted.
What trophy?
I want top 4 in a trophy. But
what trophy? What trophy? What trophy? I'll put it on you.
On that note, like, share, comment, and subscribe.
It's in the dark.
Having you guys on Free Touches, guys. We'll be back same time next week, Friday. Catch us on Monday for North London Rivals. Brilliant panel today. Brilliant in the comment section. And hope we have a brilliant Emirates Cup. Big up, everyone.